everyone, and welcome back to Sweet Sister Tea. The channel has recently hit 1,000 subscribers, and to thank and celebrate this milestone, I'm going to do a quick Q&A video. I didn't really know what to put in the background, so here's just some footage I recorded of Disney Dreamlight Valley. And now that introductions are out of the way, let's get right into the video. So the first question that I see here is, if you had to pick one person from history, who is your favorite? Who do you find most interesting? That's a good question. I don't think I have just one favorite person. What usually happens is I work in phases. I find one person I like, I read all about them, and then I go down or around their family tree and I pick out people that I find interesting and read everything I can about them. But right now I think my current phase would be the Romanov sisters, because their life was so short and they never really got a chance to experience life. Right now Olga is the one that I do a lot more reading on than the other three, but I just find it really interesting to read about their relationship with each other and their parents. And I have a younger sister. I'm the oldest of us two. And reading how close they were just reminds me of me and my sister. And I just need to soak up all the information about it. And that's just how I work when I read about something I like. I just gotta soak up all the information around it, and yeah, that's how my brain works. Another question I see here is, what is one place that you would like to visit? The one place that I need to see before I die, or I will die very unhappy, is Versailles. Everything about it is just mesmerizing to me. Louis XIV, the man who built it, his life is basically a giant soap opera, and this palace was just made by hand, and the fact that it's lasted so long and all these intricate little details everywhere, from the Hall of Mirrors to the gardens, it's just, ooh, it's just, I'm getting giddy just thinking about it. I would love to be able to see it one day, and it's on my bucket list, but that's the one place in the world that I have to see before I die. It's 100%, 110% Versailles. What happened with the Prince of Egypt video? So, if you've seen my Anastasia video from a few weeks back, I had to deal with the copyright monster, as I call it, from Fox. So that's why I had to change a lot of the clips into still images. And the Prince of Egypt video had majority movie clips going into it. And I was not happy, one, with the copyright bot, and two, I wasn't happy with the quality of that video. So I will be remaking it. I'm not quite sure when. It's on hiatus or on hold for the moment. Because I don't want to give a video that to me feels bad, because if I feel it's bad, I don't want my audience to feel that it's bad. I only want to give you guys the best quality videos. So for right now, the Prince of Egypt video is pinned to the back of the pin board for videos I want to do, but I know that I will be remaking it eventually. So this person on the Google forum left a lot of questions, so whoever you are, thank you for the mass questions, and thank you to everyone else who also submitted questions. So let's get into this one. So the first question, what inspired you to start your YouTube channel, and how has your content evolved over time? So when I started this YouTube channel, it was in August of 2021. And before that, I was with someone who I shall call Cameron. And I would tell Cameron a lot of history facts. And he said, oh, you know so much about history, you should start a YouTube channel. And I wasn't sure when he suggested it, because I didn't think I had the personality for it. And I didn't really know how to edit videos that great. I did learn how in my high school media production class, but I still wasn't confident in myself. So eventually I made my first video on Maria Fyodorovna, and I didn't expect it to get more than, say, 100 views at most, and that was wishful thinking for me. And it went viral, I guess is the best way to describe it, and I told Cameron when it happened, and I was so excited for it, and I would just make videos I thought people would like based on topics I enjoyed researching. So yeah, that's the story of how my channel started. I did have, this goes on to the second part of the question, how has your content evolved over time? I did have one video planned and recorded, but oh boy, it was not that great. It was about Henry VIII and his 6 wives, and it was 30 minutes long, and it took me forever to edit it, and I showed it to Cameron at the time, and he gave me some tips on the music being too loud and I was talking too low, and I just watched it myself and I didn't feel confident in it, so I made it private. It's still there. I still have it in my on the rough draft uploaded, but it's private, so maybe one day I will remake that video, but who knows at this point. If anybody wants to see that, let me know and I will remake that video on my list of content that I want to make. So the another part of this question was, what are some of your favorite topics to cover on your channel and why? My favorite topics to cover, I guess, is majority of what my channel is about. It's about royalty. What intrigues me about royalty, I guess now is the best time to answer that question. What intrigues me about royalty is to see how these people dealt with being in those positions of power and public perception. Because not everybody is built for that. Trust me, if I was a princess, I would not be able to handle everybody looking at me and constantly being in the public eye and everybody nitpicking what I do or who I'm with or what I wear, and I couldn't do that personally. I'm glad I wasn't born a princess, but it's very interesting to see how the people that came before us handled those challenges, and those are just my favorite things to cover. How they were able to deal with the circumstances they were born into. So what are some of the most memorable comments or feedback you've received from your viewers, and how have they influenced your content? I've only started using my real voice for the last month, not even, in my videos. Before that, I used a text-to-speech program that I found online that I thought sounded the most human. Because I used that text-to-speech program in my most popular video, the Maria Fyodorovna one, there were some comments that said that the voice sounded robotic. Over time, I felt that the robotic voice felt too impersonal, so I ditched it, and I decided, hey, no harm in making my videos with my own voice. How do you approach researching and preparing your videos, and what are some of the biggest challenges you face in the process? What I do first is I actually make my video thumbnails first, and they help set the tone of the video. I go through different pictures that I like. Sometimes I will send the thumbnail work in progress to my friends, get their opinion on it. If the picture has the person smiling in it or the painting with them smiling in it, the tone is usually happy. If the image has the person making a somber expression, that is also usually the tone of the video. I know it's a weird process, but that's just kind of how it works for me. The only real challenges that come up are tech-related ones, where sometimes my editing software may crash. But yeah, other than that, no real mind-blowing challenges for making my videos. Looking ahead, what are some goals or plans you have for your channel in the coming year, and how do you hope to continue growing your audience? I would like to hit 5,000 subscribers this year. I didn't think I would hit 100, let alone 1,000. So that's the next goal that I have for myself. I think it's fairly reasonable. As for growing my audience, I hope to just create content that people enjoy watching. And if people want to subscribe and continue watching, thank you for doing so. And if they don't, that's perfectly fine. Not everyone's gonna like what I make, and that's fine. That's just how life is. What inspires you to make YouTube videos? What inspires me is seeing that people enjoy the work I make. Like I said before, there were times I wasn't confident that I could ever make YouTube work. And to see people enjoy the content I produce, whether it be a live stream or a YouTube short or a history video that I make, it just makes me so happy to see people enjoy that. And I hope I'm able to do it for many years to come. And we will see what the future has in store. I think I will be wrapping up the Q&A here, so thank you to everyone who submitted a question. Thank you so much again for 1,000 subscribers. It still feels surreal that we were able to reach that number. If you would like to support my videos, I have a link to my Patreon down below for anyone interested. It is not expected, but it is always appreciated. If you would like to see more of my hobbies, please consider giving me a follow on Instagram. If you enjoy my content and would like to see more, please subscribe and hit that bell to Sweet Histortea, a channel full of random facts and lots of sparkles so you never miss any of my uploads. Thank you again for watching, and until next time.